Greetings ladies and gentlemen, and if it's your first time to my channel today, what do? I like to call out the bad takes currently rife in Hollywood from comics, movies and television shows. So I'm one of these people that I'm not going to sit back and take it like a man. Oh my god, no. If I see anything, I'm just going to call it out. I think people these days are too afraid to say anything just in case they're accused of being this, that and the other. I've got no time for that bull crap. And if you like this introduction, please consider subscribing. Please maybe like the like button as well. Now without further ado, let's get into Peacemaker. This is not a series review. It is just the first 4 episodes I was lucky to watch in the last couple of days. And this show has been met with some mixed reactions from certain people that I like. Some have kind of switched off after the first episode because it kind of goes down a couple of cringy routes that I think they shouldn't have done. But I know what James Gunn, the man who I consider one of my lucky mascots from last year when I did a reactions video for the Suicide Squad and tons of people came to watch that video. If you're interested, I'll leave it at the end of this video and you can see for yourself. But James Gunn, in 8 weeks, he wrote and he directed most of the episodes of this show, which is on HBO Max at the moment. It takes place after the events of the Suicide Squad movie, so I would suggest watching that before you dive into this show. Now, what I will say on the strength of the first 4 episodes I've seen, it easily wipes the floor with the Disney Plus shows that we had from that company. Things like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, and I'm sorry, Jeremy, I've got to put you in there, mate. I'm really sorry, but yeah, Hawkeye, I've got to shove him in there as well. You think Hawkeye could have been the show that might have been, it could have risen above the ashes, but nope, it's going to be buried amongst the shit, unfortunately. And I will say this much about Peacemaker: if you're after a show that says a big F you to all the mandates currently awash with Hollywood productions, namely you have to have this representation, you have to have X, Y, and Z person in there, this show basically just goes, none of that. And it's great. I love it. It's refreshing. Now, John Cena, that man is a comedic genius and an aura physical god. Yes, I'm mixing John Cena along with the word genius in the same sentence. I mean, this man's physique still looks the same as it did in WWE, way better than The Rock, who we know has been roided up to the nines. And I guess John Cena has a better agent than The Rock, because who the hell will have their ex-wife managing their career and giving them shit projects? And the cast behind me are for the most part really excellent. So Freddie Stromer, he's the dude with the chainsaw on the right hand side of your screen as Vigilante. He is excellent. Honestly, when you see this guy, he kind of reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite, which is a really odd comparison, but when you see his performance, you know what I'm talking about. And then Danielle Lewis as Amanda Waller's daughter, I thought she was great. The guy behind Peacemaker, who plays Clemson, I think that's his name, he's really, really good too. And of course, you've got Stephen Agee as Jonathan Economist. I think he's excellent. And Jennifer Holland, the blonde bombshell, sat to my... yeah, she sat right there actually, looking all sultry and everything else. I actually did make a comment about her from the Suicide Squad movie, how she really caught my eye. I thought she was really hot. Now, of course, I've just recently found out that Jennifer Holland is the girlfriend of James Gunn. Now that means she's going to get some juicy lines, she's going to get key moments to really shine. What do you think so? I mean, basically it's an excuse for her to show off her leafy body in a couple of scenes, and the camera likes to linger on that. And hey, listen, I like the female form as much as the next man or woman, so it's kind of great to see this. You get nudity in this show, not just male but female nudity as well. It's great, I love it. And the show truly embraces the unapologetic tone and nature of its content. I think that's something that has to be applauded. Now, I've got to say, with Jennifer Holland, there was a scene in the first episode where these guys are hitting on her and like one guy sends a bigger guy over to her at the bar. He's about to call her a word, which I can only say, if you check out the rhyming slang for Gareth Hunt, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, Jennifer Holland, bearing in mind she's probably about, 6 stones? So maybe 50 pounds in your money, America? She somehow manages to take down this guy, and I'm meant to think, wow, she's really powerful. She really did that. If someone like Gina Carano or Ronda Rousey was in that scene, you have no question, without a question of a doubt, they could take down a man bigger than them. But in this case, I was like, are we really going here again, James Gunn? It was obviously a little bit of a vanity pose for her just to show she's really tough. She also swears like a sea dog, a salty sea dog. And I'm thinking, wow, I mean, we have no agency with the character. We don't know why she's this way, why she's embittered. We just kind of figure out she might hate being part of a Black Ops team. It's not like anybody else in the team is hitting on her. So I found that a little bit weird. Later on, we get this moment where Peacemaker, real name Chris Smith, walks into a Wendy's type restaurant, sits down with the Black Ops team, and then calls a waitress Sweet Cheeks. And everybody's like turning at him and thinking, Sweet Cheeks? Really? For one of their misunderstanding of that phrase is you're referring to the person's butt cheeks. No, ladies and gentlemen, for the Zoomers who might be watching this video, Sweet Cheeks mainly replies to the person's sweet cheeks. It's a term of endearment. I've used it in real life. It's no big deal. Did I get a slap in the face? Nope. I actually got a smile back, which is how it should be. And of course, they tried to claim this moment back a few moments later when Amanda Waller's daughter is talking to Peacemaker outside of the restaurant, and she's like, see you later, Sweet Cheeks. And I'm like, oh God, it's just bad. Robert Patrick, well, I think he's the Archie Bunker. Is that the character I'm thinking of from All in the Family? He's that modern day version. He's racist, he's unapologetic, and if you want to hear certain racial slurs, for the most part, are included in this episode, and it kind of sets the tone for his character. And Robert Patrick is great. He's having the time of his life. He's having a great laugh, and I gotta commend him for that. The production value of the episodes I've seen so far are really, really good. All shot in Canada, doesn't look cheap. The costumes are great. The colors really pop out. The violence is properly R-rated, as it should be. There's some truly horrific moments where I'm thinking, oh my God. Now, bearing in mind, I've only seen the first 4 episodes. I reckon they're going to save all the money for the last episode where everything's going to be balls to the wall crazy. There's some good stunts. John Cena has the time of his life. I think they're kind of paying tribute to Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, where there's this notable scene of him at the beginning of the film where he's like in his underwear, and that's pretty funny. And John Cena seems to be riffing off of that actually in his performance. I've got to say, John Cena is very good with the comedic lines. Does every joke land? No. But is he funny? Yes. And by the way, always watch the end credits because they replay a different version of a scene that you watched earlier on in that particular episode. So bear that in mind. And the last thing I want to talk about is Eagle, because you can't call him any other name, who is the Peacemaker's pet bird. It's a really good CGI model, actually. I can't think that's a real bird really trained that way. It's really well done, but the bird kind of reminds me of a cat. It's like it's there and then it becomes pretty much useless, which is why I've always said dogs rule, because a dog will always love you if you give the dog unconditional love. So Peacemaker, episode 1 to 4 on HBO Max. Have you had a chance to watch it? You should. Ignore what some people have said, that some bits seem a bit far-fetched and why is Robert Patrick playing a version of Q? But it all makes sense when you see the first episode. Like I said, it's unapologetic in its tone. There's sex, there's violence, there's swearing, and it's just a good old time, man. So if you enjoyed this video today, please hit the like button, smash the subscribe button right in the Chrome Domus, and I'll see you on the next video.
Yo, Sweet Cheeks. While we're young, huh?
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed with Jason King.